So family is really important to you, as I can tell. It's
Very
just
much
something
so.
that really has brought you up. Tell me about what you want your legacy to be to your family.
You know, I grew up I'm an only child. I didn't just all of a sudden not become an only child. I don't know why I worded it like that. You guys have something to tell me? I'm an only child, so being really close with my cousins and my grandparents and things like that, they've always treated me kind of like their sibling. Honestly, my cousins have always been like that. And they've always kept me grounded. I've just been Jett. I'm not Jett Jurgensmeyer when I come back home and see them and hang out with them. And I think that that's what I want my legacy to be, is people just knowing me for being me, not who social media makes you be, not who your music makes you be, who you are on stage. You know, even though there's a really big part of us in each one of those things, who I am when we're just kind of, like we said earlier, sitting around the campfire talking.
Yeah. And so being in both sides of things, so you're an actor, you're a musician, you're studying law, you're doing so much. How do you manage your time to be able to do everything that you want to do?
So I'm kind of fortunate that my whole life has been balancing school and work and different interests and hobbies, if you will.
Yeah.
So I do better when I have a busier schedule rather than sitting around twiddling my thumbs going, I can only sit in my apartment so long. I'm bored. I got to go do something. I might as well have an essay to write, you know?
Gives you something.
Yeah. So I think keeping myself busy is actually what makes me more prepared for other things in life, and growing constantly is just kind of constantly staying busy, challenging myself and trying to be a better human.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're living proof that you can do multiple things. A lot of people, I come up from the sports world, so I used to wrestle, used to play football growing up, and it was like, you need to focus on one sport. It's like, but you get better at both by doing both.
Your cardio gets better if you do wrestling and football at the same time. You're constantly doing that, you know, and that happens for acting and music. You know, the more I'm on stage, the better I'll be when I'm in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And the better I am at memorizing lines, the better I am at memorizing lyrics and chord progressions. So they play into one another, and it'd be silly to say that, oh, I should only focus on one. I want to be very well-rounded.
Yeah. Tell me about the difference, you know, between standing on stage, being out in front of people, and you kind of get everybody, you know, watching you at once, versus you're in a movie, you're in a set. It's like, what's the difference between the two?
Well, you get do-overs on set.
Yeah.
You don't really if you're playing on stage in front of a bunch of people, especially the ones that have never heard you play before. I imagine some of you have never heard my songs before this morning, if not all of you. And if I had messed up, that would have been a great first impression. But if I'm on set, we get to do it over again. But then there's also, you know, the aspect of, like, I had the pleasure of working on a show called Last Man Standing. I'm on set with Tim Allen. I can let him be the funny guy 90% of the time because he's Tim Allen. So I have him to play off of, but if I'm on stage, I've got to play off of my band members. And if they're not as comfortable on stage, well, then we've just got to do more shows together to all get more comfortable. Luckily, we're at the point where all four of us are like best friends and we can run around on stage and act like a bunch of idiots like we are. But they complement one another. They're not just standalone things, and you have to have one or the other. At least for me, I had to. Because I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you if I didn't have the experience of being in front of live audiences.
What was one piece of advice you had growing up that you're like, man, this really helped me shape my career, helped me shape what I want to be able to do and who I want to be?
One of my favorite sayings, and I wish I remember where I heard it, honestly, probably on an Instagram reel one day, doom scrolling like all of us. Stay true. Stay true to yourself, stay true to God's plan, stay true to who you are, because an audience can smell bullcrap from a mile away.
Yeah.
And if I don't know what I'm singing about, what I'm talking about, if I don't understand it, they're going to be able to tell. And nobody wants to work with a jerk.
No.
I heard Ed Sheeran say that one time. Be nice to everybody, because one, you don't know where that person's going to be in 20 years. You don't know what they're going through right now in this moment. And you being mean or kind to them could change their life for the better or worse. So always treat every conversation like that.
And that's awesome. So last one here, just tell me a little bit about, you know, what family means to you and how you got to being where you're at today with that.
Well, my family is everything. They always keep me grounded. They're always in my corner. They've always supported me. I'm kind of the black sheep of my family. didn't go on to some doctoral program. I'm not, the math genius of the family. That's definitely not my wheelhouse. I count to 8. That's as high as I go. Some people think I'm kidding. That's about as much as it gets. I'm not even lying. But my family has always been there for me. They've always, whether it be my parents, my grandparents, my cousins, they've always supported me, knowing that I'm the loud and outgoing one. You can hear me from a mile away walking in because I'm so obnoxious. But my family's always been there. They've always had my back, and I am forever grateful for that, because otherwise, what am I gonna? Who do I have to share these memories with?
Exactly. You want to be able to celebrate with your family. So
exactly.
That's awesome. It was very nice meeting you. Thank you for being on set today.
Great meeting you. Thank you.